India, a country located in South Asia, is one of the most populous countries in the world. Although India is developing rapidly in some aspects, compared with China, there is obviously still a long way to go in terms of economic scale and global influence. In order to occupy a more favorable position on the international stage, India continues to seek breakthroughs and develop new strategic cooperation. Recently, India and Iran reached an important cooperation agreement. According to this agreement, India will invest $370 million to obtain the development and operation rights of Chabahar Port in southern Iran. For India, they want to use this strategic port to counterbalance China's One Belt, One Road initiative and reduce China's influence in Pakistan's Gwadar port, allowing India to bypass Pakistan and enter Central Asia. So, this battle, how will it rewrite India's international status? Will it have an impact on China's strategic layout in Pakistan? Before entering the 21st century, up to 70% of Indian residents lived below the poverty line. It is not easy for them to have a meal every day to relieve their hunger, and their daily diet basically only includes rice and lentils, and they cannot enjoy meat at all. However, since the 21st century, India has made significant economic leaps and successfully become the sixth largest economy in the world. Now, not only do they enjoy hearty meals every day, but they also have extra funds to invest and improve their quality of life. In order to achieve greater development breakthroughs, India has been actively cooperating with Western countries. For example, India and Germany have extensive cooperation in automobile manufacturing. Today, India has become one of the world's important automobile production and export bases, not only meeting the needs of the domestic market, but also exporting to all parts of the world. But in order to achieve better development, India is not limited to cooperation with Western countries, but has also begun to seek cooperation opportunities with Middle Eastern countries. Taking Saudi Arabia as an example, from 2018 to 2023, the two countries signed 47 memorandums of understanding covering multiple agreements between private and public sector enterprises. The agreements are expected to bring investment and trade between the two countries to $80 billion over the next 5 years. But now, India has once again reached a key cooperation agreement with another Middle Eastern country. On May 13, 2024, India and Iran signed a 10-year cooperation agreement. According to the agreement, Iran decided to hand over the development and operation of the Chabahar Port in the south to India. The agreement also stipulates that India needs to invest $120 million in the supply of strategic equipment at the port and raise an additional $250 million in financing to improve the port's transportation infrastructure. As far as I know, Chabahar Port is located at the intersection of South Asia, West Asia, Central Asia, and the Indian Ocean. To the east is Pakistan's Gwadar Port, and the straight-line distance between the two is approximately 172 kilometers. Chabahar Port was built in 2007 with a total investment of $100 million. The facilities here are advanced and the service system is complete, including large container terminals, bulk cargo terminals, and RORO ship terminals. In addition, the port area is also equipped with service agencies such as customs, inspection and quarantine, and ship maintenance, providing one-stop services to facilitate importers and exporters. Interestingly, the annual cargo throughput of Chabahar Port is only a few million tons, which is far from the standards of a world-class port. This raises the question, why is India so interested in this seemingly ordinary port, or even to control it at all costs? As we all know, India has been trying to expand its influence in Central Asia. However, as India's only route to the west, Pakistan's political stability directly affects India's Central Asia strategy. Coupled with the long-term historical disputes and geopolitical competition between India and Pakistan, it is difficult for India's influence to smoothly cross Pakistan's borders. In order to bypass Pakistan, India has tried various strategies, including establishing a dialogue mechanism with the 5 Central Asian countries. Although this platform nominally provides opportunities for dialogue between India and Central Asian countries, in fact, these meetings have been held many times with little results, lacking in-depth cooperation, and failing to truly enhance India's influence in the Central Asian region. In addition, India is also trying to indirectly influence the situation in Central Asia by supporting the Afghan puppet government supported by the United States. However, when the Taliban launched a strong counterattack, the weapons and support India provided to the former Afghan government forces proved insufficient. In the end, the Taliban successfully regained power, causing India's Central Asia strategy to suffer another setback. At the same time, cooperation between Pakistan and Central Asian countries has become increasingly close. Especially in the energy field, Pakistan's oil and gas pipeline cooperation project with Central Asia has made substantial progress, which has not only strengthened the economic ties between the two parties, but also further weakened India's influence in the region. Also, leveraging good relations with China. Under the framework of the One Belt, One Road initiative, Pakistan has further strengthened its cooperation with Central Asian countries, bringing more development opportunities to Pakistan while also adding obstacles to India's expansion strategy in the region. Under such circumstances, India will cooperate with Iran at all costs. So, after India obtains control of this port, what important value can it bring to it in the future? By gaining control of Chabahar Port, India will be able to conduct economic and cultural exchanges with Central Asian and Middle Eastern countries more conveniently in the future. It is expected that in the next few years, India's trade volume with these regions will achieve an average annual growth rate of more than 30%, which will bring billions of dollars in additional revenue to the Indian economy. In addition, the operating rights of Chabahar Port have also opened up a north-south transportation corridor for India to Iran, the Caspian Sea, and Russia. The opening of this corridor not only allows India to trade with Russia and Europe more conveniently, but also means more stable and secure energy supply. More importantly, through Chabahar Port, India can bypass Pakistan and directly enter Afghanistan and Central Asia, thereby forming a strategic layout to contain Pakistan geopolitically. This will greatly enhance India's ability to safeguard its regional interests and security. It is worth mentioning that India's control of the Chabahar Port will not only pose a potential threat to China's military layout in the Indian Ocean, but may also affect the implementation of the Belt and Road initiative promoted by China in the region, thereby restricting China's development and its expansion of influence in Central Asia. Faced with such a challenge, how should China respond? As we all know, China and Pakistan have in-depth cooperation in many fields such as economy, trade, and infrastructure construction. Therefore, in the face of new geopolitical challenges, China can further strengthen cooperation with Pakistan and promote the development of bilateral relations to a higher level. This will not only help offset the impact of external pressure on China, but also promote cooperation between the two sides in a wider scope and create more favorable conditions for bilateral relations. In addition, China can also enhance mutual understanding and trust with other countries by holding various seminars and economic and trade forums and find more intersections of common interests. Such a move will not only enhance China's soft power in the Indian Ocean region, but also contribute to the smooth advancement of the One Belt, One Road initiative in the region.